Live. Okay.
Hi, folks.
Hello.
Wow,
Hey.
another episode of What Bullshit Can Bigums Pull Now?
That's right. I
Jesus.
know this is short notice, but I hope everybody can pile in at some point.
Yeah, I hope
We
so
got
too, because
something to
boy,
say.
have we got some stuff to talk about today.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
And
anyway, we'll just
it's
yeah, go ahead.
and it stems with what happened earlier. Like I said, I had some dental work done yesterday, so I've been home today just chilling out, relaxing. The discomfort level is what it is, but so I took some medication, so I'm probably going to be a little bit relaxed, but I'm also pretty damn livid. You
I
know
know.
what? Crazy bitch, you don't deserve animals. For one, what happened was that dog, when we're talking about Logan, was up in bed because there is nowhere else to be. It's either a cage, bed, or the floor. And that place is so tiny, it's pathetic. So the dog was up on the bed with her, and she was trying to get the dog to move. Well, the dog didn't probably want to move. She probably woke it up, did whatever. So she's most likely pushing on the animal to get it to move. Well, it growled at her. Duh. What do you expect? And after that, she hit that dog and all hell broke loose. She's yelling, screaming at that dog. Carlos is yelling at that dog. I'm going to put you down. You don't do that to me. You don't ever growl at me like that, you bitch. She just went off. Now, of course, the live is gone because Candy, go look at Candy's videos, guys. She's got some videos up. I don't think she got the original incident, but that's what it was over. That's what started it. The dog was up on the bed with her, and she needed the dog to move because you could hear also the rustling of the burger bags. So
Mm-hmm.
what does she do? I'm just so pissed. What does this bitch not get? You have to train animals. That dog had no idea what it did wrong, and she's yelling at it like it's going to understand that she's going to take it and have it euthanized because it growled at her. You're a
It
stupid
dared. It
bitch.
dared to show interest in her food.
Well, and I don't even think the food started it. That food probably just got there, and the dog was up on the bed with her. Well, that's a bad spot when you're trying to eat. The
Yeah.
dog's right there because the dog has no training whatsoever. So it does not know what to expect. The dog does not know what's expected of it because it's never been fucking trained. So she tried to get the dog to get off the bed, and however she did it was probably not appropriate, and the dog growled at her. Well, that's when all hell broke loose. She hit the dog, and then she yelled at the dog, "You better get off this bed. Don't you dare ever growl at me like that. I will have you and take you put down." She just went off on a tangent for at least 10 minutes over this dog. And the dog is clueless, has no idea what's going on, why it got yelled at, why it got hit.
Right.
This is not the first time that this has happened. Hi, nickname. I'm sorry, I'm ranting on. Yeah, because this is just ridiculous.
Can I
It's
just
ridiculous.
get in here? I'm just
Absolutely.
got a notice from Discord, and it says we listened to the clip. The dog gets hit for yawning and then cries out in surprise after she gets hit. She hit the dog for yawning, and
I'm sorry. I can't hate the bitch more. I really can't.
yep,
I mean, I can let stuff go, but when it's a defenseless animal that doesn't understand because it's never been trained. And bitch, why don't you take me and show me where you've got a refrigerator? Shut up, sub. Make me. Where do you have a refrigerator? Where do you have a stove? You don't. So shut the fuck up. Right now, I'm pissed.
no, no,
I
you go,
promised
yeah,
I would
yeah.
try to remain calm. I'm sorry, I'm not remaining calm. Let me dial it down a notch. But yeah, little fat bitch has got to go help her little buddy out because her little buddy's getting attacked by you and me. Fuck off. Fuck the
Well,
fuck off.
you're talking about another animal abuser going to support an animal abuser.
Well, exactly, Kathy. Come on. I mean, again, those poor dogs, they don't deserve the environment they're in. I feel so badly for them. And
Well,
and I'm sorry, and I said this earlier, and I got chastised for it, and not really badly, but because that we don't want that to happen. But you know what? I would laugh my fucking ass off to hear on the Houston news that some fat bitch got mauled to death by her dogs. And the only reason I don't wish that is because those dogs would lose their lives for that.
yeah.
Because they're innocent. They are innocent animals in all of this. They're animals. Animals do what animals
Animal
do.
things. Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially
It's
dogs.
instinct. It's instinct in them. And let me just say this too, because a lot of people don't realize the pit bull breed is not, that's an offshoot breed. Those were breeds that were mixed together to get a pit bull. That's not a breed that's been around for centuries or hundreds of years or even decades. The dog was mixed with another type of dog to get the pit bull. So
Wow.
there's that. And she doesn't even need to have a goldfish.
Yeah.
Exactly, Kate. And and guess what, fat ass? You're still fat. Try again with your pictures.
And so are
Because you
you,
didn't
Sub.
do nothing. You proved you're still fat, dumbass.
What are you expecting,
And
UP, to give you another spanking? Made you
oh,
cry
that was
yesterday, you
hilarious.
loser.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Well, yeah,
That was
because
hilarious.
yeah. And it's dummy leading dummy at this point. They're both such jokes that they don't get it. I mean,
Yep.
the one is so hot for MT, it cracks me up. I mean, you could, that one video she put out, I was just like, whoa, this chick wants in his pants bad. You could
And
see it. Yeah.
and you know what? You know what? She's mad because I chose not to have children. I took care of my birth control to make sure that I didn't have an unwanted child.
Well, exactly,
And
Kathy.
there's
That's
these
what
two
responsible people do.
muppets, that are looking at us as failures of what?
Exactly. What? I do
Of
just
what?
fine being an aunt. That was my decision I made.
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
it's just
absolutely mine too. I didn't feel
exactly
the need to be a mother. I was never in a position to give a baby a good life for the
right.
longest time. So, did I want to be a welfare mom? No. And no shade to moms out there that are on the welfare. I
Right.
understand that. But I
Yeah.
didn't want to do it.
Right, exactly, Kathy. And me,
Yeah.
it just didn't happen for me. The cards didn't play right. And, it just didn't happen for me. And it's just like, well, what can you do? But again, I have a large family that loves me. I have nieces and nephews that love me. I
Yep.
have friends that their kids call me Aunt Kate. So, yeah, I've succeeded somewhere. I've been married for 34 years. Too bad that they don't like that. And oh, by the way, my picture is out there, dumbasses. Go look for it. So, whatever. I don't have anything to prove to them. I'm not going to prove to them. But I am going to prove that they're both pieces of shit and don't know how to care for a fucking animal.
That's right.
And
Like I said, you
you're
got two losers there abusing animals and abuse their children. They have
we exactly. And I heard the one dumbass said that I said to give the dog something like veggie treats or something. That's a stupid bitch.
oh, the
I was
pellet
talking
thing.
about my piranhas. The carnivorous fish. God, she's so fucking dumb. I can't even get how dumb she is. I mean, Jesus. And
Yeah,
I've
you're
been
supposed to feed your dog veggie pellets. Yeah, I remember that.
exactly, yeah, thank you. Yes. And it's just like, oh my God, really? And so, for one thing, here's my credentials, folks. I have been a licensed, bonded pet sitter, have worked with zoos, and have even done exotic animals. So don't school me on animals. Don't even go there.
Right. Much tested. It's been a long time. Good to see you.
Hey, much tested.
Yeah. Yeah. I,
So it's just, they're so obtuse that, and on some of it, it's on purpose. For the one, she's just stupid. She eats up everything that's said. She can't get a story fucking straight either, which I think is fucking hilarious. So
oh,
again, I mean, I thought I was going to have just a nice chill day up here in the girl cave, watching some TV, chilling out. No, I get to hear that. And I just happened to click over. I'm like, let me see what's going on over here. Because, I'm sorry. I don't like to watch people play games. I'm just not into that. Why would
yeah.
I want to watch you play your stupid Sims, especially when I hate to tell you this, dumb bitch, you suck at it.
Well,
You
she's stealing
suck.
other people's stuff.
Well, of course she is. Come on, she doesn't got it. Please,
Mm,
I loved how the lies just pour out of her mouth. You know, so she's just a fucking idiot. Hey V, how are you, darling? I mean, the stupidity that falls out of their mouths daily is comedic, and I
yeah.
laugh at that shit. But this shit, I don't laugh at.
No. And now that there are clips to prove to animal control that somebody's abusing their animals, I don't
Well,
know. Maybe some phone calls need to be made.
and Kathy, it's interesting to me. How do I say this without looking strange? Actually striking your animal is not a crime. It's not. It should be in this country. There's a difference between striking an animal and abusing an animal. So, it's a very, very fine line. Is there ever a reason to strike an animal out of anger like that? No, there's not, because that's clearly what that was. She was out of control of the situation. Instead of getting her fat, yes, fat ass out of the bed and dealing with the animal properly, none of that would have happened. None of it. But she can't bother to get her fat ass up. Carlos was right there. Carlos, you scolded the wrong bitch, dumbass.
Hallelujah.
You scolded the wrong bitch. How about you train your animals from when they're puppies? Because clearly that dog had no idea what it did wrong. None. It had no idea what it did wrong. It's been doing these same behaviors for its entire life, and now all of a sudden it gets yelled at and struck for it. How about train your dog, dumbass? I mean, I'm just livid over this.
Me
I
too.
really am.
Me
Like
too.
I said, anything else she wants to pull, I point and laugh because she's comedic. She's a dumbass. The
She's
other one too.
entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one too. They're a bunch just the laughing stock of YouTube is what they are. But now when you start getting into the animal abuse and stuff, because clearly today that was abuse, Kathy. She
Yep.
she should have gotten up, called the dog, and said, "Come on, Logan, get down. I need you to get down." Even if it takes putting a leash onto your dog to have it do what you need it to do. You don't just grab it by the collar or grab it by the scruff or push it or do whatever. If you need to get your leash out, you get your leash out, you attach your leash, and you go, "Come on, honey, get down, let's go." But again, bitch, I dare you. Why don't you show me? And people have seen my kitchen, so don't even go there. Why don't you?
Huh.
I've never seen a refrigerator. I've never seen a stove. I've only seen you cook with your George Foreman next to your bed. Oh, and showing your leg. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I know. That wasn't even worthy of comment.
exactly. I'll comment on it. I don't care. I'll comment. Leave it to me. Hey, I've got the biggest mouth on YouTube. I'm the biggest bitch. I'll take the honor. I'll take it. But I will be the biggest advocate for animals because those animals don't have it. They don't have it. Exactly. Put a leash on that bitch and train it while you're training the other ones,
Yeah, grow
because
a pair of
she
balls.
could use some training too.
Jesus. I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly, V.
And can I just like jump in and say when you were pulling faces in your latest video, which everybody clipped and laughed at and made posters and memes,
Exactly. Oh, that was
that would have
hilarious.
been the perfect time to show your belly scars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, but
yeah.
again, I wonder why she doesn't. Oh, I know why.
Hmm.
She can't, because she never had a surgery, dumb bitch. Jesus.
But
And
keep running
it's
with it. It makes us
does
laugh.
oh, it does me too. Does sucking in your face?
Oh, what
No,
was
that
that?
didn't help. I don't know. I don't, and again, what's with the red filter? Come on, do they not make a filter in any other color? Give me a
I
break.
know,
You
and
look like a hooker, you might as well.
when she uses that filter, she goes out of frame, and then she's got one part of her face gets really big. She did that on New Year's, which
Exactly.
was hilarious, and she did it with that filter too, or this recent video.
Well,
Don't
yeah,
turn
yeah.
on the red light.
Well, that was because that was like the other dummy tried to get a shock collar for her little dog. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously? I mean, some of the collars are so bad they've been outlawed. There's
Yep.
actual collars that have the spikes on them,
Mm-hmm.
and those are a huge no-no. They don't work. The shit doesn't work. Like what Nickname said, they need room, love, exercise, and training. And it's clear if those dogs
Easy.
were trained, that
Yep.
never would have happened. Never. It never would have happened. Hi, Scarmooch. How are you, hon?
Oh yeah, hi Scar. Yeah,
Hi,
it's
Niecy.
just I please.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. You know, I mean, no wonder she doesn't have kids, because I'm in agreement that I don't think she has kids. I don't think she has any. She wants to pull that story that those aren't his kids. Honey, I don't think you have kids either. How else? Why would you come up with that story that he doesn't even have kids, they're somebody else's? Maybe because that's her story. Wouldn't surprise me. I bet you that's her story. And she's pawning it off on somebody else.
Well, could it very well be? Could very well be. Wow. Let's see. Yeah.
Mm,
No, I have met some beautiful pitties that are loved, trained, exercised, and fed.
exactly. And I think that's another problem too, is those dogs aren't fed properly. And let me tell you something. That dog does not weigh 100 pounds. Nice try.
Oh,
Nice try. That dog doesn't weigh 100 pounds. Give me a break. She's an idiot.
you got to buy food, proper food for a dog to weigh 100 pounds or fat.
Right. And I know the dog she's talking about. It's a beautiful dog. But what does, I feel bad. The little one is Bella. I feel bad for Bella, because what's she in store for?
Hmm.
I mean, she doesn't understand. She's learning from the other animals as to what's acceptable and what's not, because she's not learning it from the human beings. So that's why she's constantly yelling at that one. Every time I tune in, Bella, she's yelling at Bella. Those poor dogs. I mean, it's just, I don't get it. I don't get how, and it's a moot point. I mean, sadly, there's nothing anybody
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah.
Animal control can come out, look, as long as the dogs don't have marks on them or anything like that, that they have appropriate, place to be, it's fine. But again, she is worthless as a human being. I'm sorry, I said it, I mean it.
She is. She is the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, she is. She's just a disgusting human being. I mean, right when I think she can sink no lower, she doesn't hesitate
Does.
to surprise me.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Get out of your crappy mood, bitch. Don't take it out on your dogs. Get your fat ass up out the bed and train your animals. You too, Carlos,
I'm taking
moron.
fucking medication.
Girl, she if she has medication, she doesn't take it.
Oh,
I
she
don't
likes
think
Traveler. Yeah, no, she doesn't take it. She doesn't
no,
take.
I don't even think she's got any to take. I don't if she's been to a psychiatric doctor, they would, honey, Dr. Phil could be busy with her for life.
Yeah, did you
So,
catch on Candy's live when she admitted she was admitted to a mental ward?
oh, I didn't catch that part. I'll have Candy send me the link so I could listen to it if she privated it. Because everybody's been privating their videos because they don't want to get sniped. Which,
Yeah,
hey, I get it. They want to sit there, how dare you play my content while they're playing your content
their
like
content.
right
Yeah, I
now.
know. I know they can do it. I mean, I
I
fucked with
know
her
you
head
don't
the other
care.
day,
Yeah.
taking them down. But
Oh, exactly.
we're just speaking the truth. I don't know your motive for sniping, but okay.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. Hey, makes her feel special, I guess.
It
And the
does.
other dumbass is over there playing her Sims, just ignoring like nothing happened, which is typical because her little brain can't function long enough. So,
Oh,
I
so
mean,
so
it's just,
dumbass is playing her Sims, and the other dumbass, Snotty, is sniping my stream.
I think so. Yes, I think so.
Oh, is there trouble in paradise?
Oh no, I doubt it. They're probably, because they don't like each other.
Well, no.
They don't like each other. Come on. There is no friendship. It's funny to me how they're like counting down how long they've been friends. Girlfriend, again, I got news for you. If you're so stupid, she's still reporting you behind your back, dummy. God, how
I'm sure she's
stupid do
still
you gotta
reporting me
be?
too.
Exactly. And it's like, come on, for what? For what? You've
Exactly.
got
I never get any notifications or
no.
anything in my email, so I'm doing something right. She can
Right.
report off the run. I don't mention her name. I don't show her content. I
No.
don't snipe. I don't review. I'll leave it up to the braver souls than I.
Oh, and V said no. She's over there now. She just
Oh,
let her Sims play on, which is good because yeah, everybody watches her. She's so famous with Sims. Girl,
I
fuck you suck.
know. uh,
She sucks balls.
hey, can we
God.
talk about my shiny new community tab?
Oh, I know. I love your
Yay,
shiny new community
thank
tab.
you. There were some
I
people
know.
really triggered about that.
I saw that,
I
and it's just
know.
like I wonder why. Hmm.
I don't know because people like my content and subscribe.
Probably so.
Hmm.
Probably so. No matter what.
I know. Even though, and oh, dumbass, I know you're sub to my channel because you let that out
Mm.
when you posted my video. And you went to the second page and it says sub.
Well, and it's funny too because yeah, all the people she's tagging in all these videos.
Yes.
Newsflash, dum dum, they don't give a shit about you. They never will. Never. And I actually got a double shout out. And this is so funny because everybody went, oh yeah, she's got all these clone accounts. Dumb dumb. She shouted out one of my other accounts, which is Kate Hart Candles. Wow, I wonder who that is. Holy cow.
Was it you?
Wow. Rocket science on that one. So again, she shouted out my Kate Wax Lover and she shouted out Kate Hart Candles. What a dumbass. I mean, good God. I just, oh, but yeah,
And what did you
everything they
expect
do
was
is comedic.
Was she expecting all those people she tagged to run over? I
Yeah,
don't get
I
it.
don't
I
know.
don't get it.
They're
A lot of
probably going,
people that
who
she
the fuck
tagged,
is this?
a lot of people she tagged don't even know about my channel, don't
Oh,
care.
I know. Hey, Rotten. No, I know they have no clue who she is. Hi, Rebecca. Yeah, none. They don't know who this woman is, except that she's batshit nuts. I mean, that they know. I'm getting tagged on Twitter by people I don't even know. And do I get all bent out of shape? No, I just delete it. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck you are. Bye. I don't even read it. I'm like, okay, I have no idea who you are or why you're tagging me, but okay. I just move along, move along,
It's
move
probably all
along.
her Twitter accounts trying to get into your DMs because she can't unless you accept. Because
Well, exactly,
she
Scarmouche.
used to
God.
try and get into my Instagram, um, and I just would, no, I don't know who you are. Bye. Or she
Oh,
would actually use her
exactly.
name. Yeah.
Exactly. If somebody
Get out of
tags
here.
me, tries to friend me on Twitter or Instagram, I just go, sorry, I don't know you. No, sorry, ain't
Yeah.
doing it. So again, it's just ridiculous. They're both stupid. Stupid is as stupid does, and aren't you special? No, you're not. But I will point and laugh at you every time, except when you're an animal abuser,
Yeah.
because clearly that's what you are. And she's like, well, call animal control. Bitch, I if I could, I probably would, but that's not my place. I wouldn't know where to call to send them. I probably could because they still live in the same place again. And
Mm,
but sadly that's not my job, and all I can do is pray on the side for those animals. That's all I can do.
yeah.
That's all I can do because
Oh, I don't
I
know.
you know and I love how she sits here and says she's not the one that takes shit off of YouTube. But I just happened to catch somebody's little video the other day of her going, she was going to hunt somebody down and try to find their job. Isn't that taking things off YouTube?
What?
Yeah, yeah. She still is convinced that MT has no job, no life, or no whatever. No, she's salty that they got no friends. They got picked last for anything. It's just the two of them. It'll always be just the two of them because they are not welcome anywhere. And so she is mad that he actually might have a job. He might actually do stuff. Oh, no, you have to have a uniform. Oh, and by the way, fat ass, I thought you were going to walk behind the counter at Starbucks to prove you can. Please do it so I can watch you go viral going to jail, dumb fuck. I'm going to just post that. I could walk behind any counter here in Houston. Well, down here in Houston, it's different. Bitch, it ain't different. Stop. You
And
don't walk
waiters,
behind a counter randomly.
yeah, and
You
waiters,
know,
and I'm assuming that that's what MT is doing. Um, they don't wear hair nets and face
no,
nets or beard nets or whatever, the
no,
mustache nets, whatever.
right.
Um, that's for the back of house where people are preparing food.
Hey, Plum Crazy,
So,
I hope you're doing well, honey. Well, it's just ridiculous because, you know, for one, if he's working behind the scenes, you don't need a uniform.
blacks,
Mom and
black
pop
pants and a
places
dress
don't
shirt.
have
Yeah.
uniforms. This isn't corporate. I
That's
mean,
not
damn.
McDonald's, dear. I know, an actual sit down restaurant that doesn't require fast food in 10 minutes. No, actual waiters are always required to wear a dark dress pant and a white or colored shirt or blouse.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they let you know what they expect of you. So, all I know is it made me want Chinese. Shit. That's what I had
I
yesterday.
know. Yeah, it's my favorite.
It's mine too. God. Yeah, put me in front of some shrimp fried rice any day and I'm good. But or shrimp lo mein too. But
Mhm.
she ain't gonna get behind no counter, Rebecca. If she were to try to walk behind a counter, she would be arrested. They ain't playing with that stuff.
That's
No, I
right.
don't care what state you're in, including Houston. I'm surprised she doesn't think Houston's a state, dumbass.
They plumb crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, hey, and can I just point out to us, since you're sniping my live, that if you look in my chat, I've got actual people
Hmm.
conversing with each other and with me and Kate. That's what an active, healthy chat looks like.
Exactly. Not clones, trolls, and
Hate
nobody.
watchers.
Nothing.
Yeah. So just thought I'd point that out along with my
Look,
brand new shiny community tab.
I know, I know. I can't wait for you to use it some
Woot,
more.
woot, woot, woot.
And well, and it's so funny too because the only reason she's tagging all these people all the time, and because they are so salty that they don't have any friends. Nobody wants any dealings with them. They don't want us to have friends. Well, guess what? That ship sailed, dummy. We're cemented into the community. We know how to interact with each other cordially. We figured that out. We can do that for the greater good.
And I respect my chat. We're not a bad group of people at all, despite your thoughts about it. But
Exactly.
neener, neener.
Yes,
Okay,
I know. I love it. I think I actually saw it before you did. I was tagging you going,
you
it's
did.
there, it's
You're the one that
there.
told me. I was busy in UP's chat with her really great spanking video yesterday. I think it's still up. It's linked in my brand new shiny community tab.
Oh,
Please go and
cool.
watch it because
Yeah.
I just love when UP goes off. Oh my God, she is so eloquent.
I know. And
She may
it's
stop cry.
they think she's triggered. No, she's making her point with vigor. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way, with vigor. I mean,
Why are
me, if
you
you want to hear going
yelling?
off, I could go off. That's not hard for me.
I
Hey,
don't think I
Pam.
laughed so hard with all this. It was
But
it was beautiful.
exactly, because like I said, Kathy, 99% of the bullshit they put out is comedic and it's laughable, and we all
Yeah.
sit back and go, "Huh? What? Really?" But the dog stuff, I'm not putting up with that. Something's gonna get said about it, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here to say it
Exactly.
because that's just disgusting. That's
No
disgusting.
kidding aside. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. All kidding aside, the bitch doesn't need animals. She doesn't. She can't be respectful to an animal. She don't know. And again, they are absolutely correct. Pit bulls need to be trained.
Hmm.
They need to be trained right from the get-go when they're puppies to know what's exactly expected of them. Those dogs don't know what to expect. They don't know what's expected of them because they have dog instinct first, and the training comes in that overrides some of that dog. You're never going to be able to get rid of all the dog instinct. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But with training comes a knowledge between the animal and the owner, and they have no clue of how to do it or how to achieve it. And that goes for her dumbass Carlos too.
Yeah. Dogs
So
live in a competitive life. It's a struggle for food. It's the biggest wins. That's how it is. And the lesser dogs all solicit the bigger dog for
oh,
food. And
absolutely.
that's what Logan, well, that's what any dog will do. That's why
Right.
they sit beside you at meal times at the table, not the bed, the table, and drool and look
Exactly.
at you with, hey, hi, and that's,
Right.
me. I wasn't always consistent with, lie down and wait until I'm done. Something would slide off my plate onto the floor. But you know what? But those are one
Right.
offs.
Right.
But put your dog in the down position. You have to train your dog to do that
Yes.
while
Yes.
you
And
eat
then
because you're the boss. The dog is not, that you eat first. You're the food provider. The dog waits
exactly.
until its turn to eat.
And that's what they think they're doing. But I got news
Yeah.
for you. You're not. Because most people that I know of, anyways, that have larger breeds, the fun I used to have, oh my gosh, Kathy, they wore me out. I took care of triplet German shepherds. Oh my goodness.
Oh
And
Lord.
that most of our visits were 30 minutes, but this one was 45 because it just, you had to feed all three of them, you had to play with them, and there was a hierarchy there. Now, the one dog needed to be fed first because that was the top dog.
Yes.
Then the other two dogs ate in the other room, and they were supervised while they were eating because that's just the way it was. And again, if you're going to, for one, I wouldn't even, I mean, even my cats know to not get on the table. Now, yes, we are still working with my one littlest man. He's stubborn, but it's repetitive. It's repetitive. Every time he gets on the table, I get up, I take him, I put him onto the floor, and I tell him, no, honey, no. And then when we are finished eating, if there's something appropriate that they are allowed to have, it goes into his bowl. That's when he gets his treat. That's when he gets his table scrap. So he is learning that that's where he's going to
Mhm.
get something from the table is in his bowl. Most people that have dogs or bigger dogs, that's how they are trained. That's how they usually train them.
Yes. Yes.
The the
You are top dog, and then you have. But even when I was well, I guess my late teens and just before I left home, um, our dog, we kept her last puppy, and so they you could watch the mother dog tell the younger dog what was acceptable in the household. And if we came in for walks and we'd unleash the dogs to have, some time in the yard and drink some water, the mother dog would go first.
yep.
And then this one time had my dad roaring with laughter. She stood and blocked her daughter from having a drink of water, and there was a stare off. So something was going on, I guess a teenager,
Right.
and
Right.
and
Exactly.
our and the older dog was just going, "No, I'm first. You can wait." And it would my dad was just howling with laughter watching that interaction. She did let her drink, but there was some respect first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because if you've ever watched animals, and this doesn't matter if it's dogs, cats, whatever, when you are watching them with their youngsters as they get older, especially like kittens, they will go and roughhouse with their litter mates because that's how they learn to do things. Now, once they go and start fussing with mom, kitten teeth and puppy teeth are very sharp, even to mommies, and they get disciplined after they take it too far and they
Right.
get annoying and mom puts them in their place. How does that work? Mom will pin them to the ground
Mhm.
and then they're like, and I've even heard them yelp, and you think, oh, it's horrible,
Mm.
but mom is teaching them a very valuable lesson. And
Uh,
it's done with all animals. So, maybe they need to figure out, and again, maybe take some of that huge lotto winning and have your dogs trained professionally, then, dumbass. And sadly, I don't know if that's even possible at this point because it's probably too late. Maybe not for Bella, but for the other ones, it's too late for them
yeah.
to be
Yeah.
professionally trained, most likely. But maybe little Bella can be, I don't know, but they're not going to do that. That takes effort. He's too busy working his ass off. And I loved this. I did catch this. I make $2,300 a month from my inheritance. Bitch, you don't make shit.
Oh, I love it when she flexes. It's so
Well,
ridiculous.
it is ridiculous, and that's just the comedic part of it. That's what I'm saying. Most of all this stuff is so outrageously stupid and easily debunked that it's
Oh,
comedic. Because if she earned $2,300 a month, that's a mortgage payment. He could just run and do his DoorDash and whatever his other bullshit does, and she could pay the rent and the utilities just off of that. So lie again,
yeah. And
lie. It's
why
like
aren't
pig
you living
wash.
in a proper apartment or a house? Why don't you rent a tiny little house with a yard, for those dogs? If you're getting like $2,300 a month. Like, seriously. So don't cash checks that your ass can't, or whatever that expression is. Don't write checks your ass can't cash, because it's, I don't know what to say about it. Shut up. Get your ass out of that bed, walk around, walk back and forth. Sometimes fitness just starts with that first step. I don't know. Kate, did we lose you? What's Rosie saying? Can Glory tell? Thanks for the click and the view because she is streaming her live now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I already know that. I know that. She thinks she's doing something. She's not. Just her fat, losery ass. Kate, I don't know if you self muted or you got some issues.
I did mute. Hang on just a
Oh,
second,
okay.
hubby. I'm saying goodbye to him, and he was kissing me and saying something. I didn't want that beyond.
Woohoo!
Hang on,
Woohoo!
I'll be right back.
You mean you have a husband that loves you?
Amazingly enough, surprisingly,
Wow.
yeah, after 34 years, it's kind of spooky, but yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go kiss your husband. Yeah, yeah. I know she's sniping me, Rosie. I was effing with her the last time, privating and unprivating, so if you want to screen record, go ahead, go ahead. Nobody goes over there. Nobody cares. I'm not saying anything shocking. So I don't know what your point is, but oh yes, Vero. Yeah, yeah. She has a pretend husband, so she's got to mute every once in a while to. Okay, rotten. Oh my goodness. Did I miss anybody? Rebecca, hello, Nova. V, I think I said hi to Scar and Rosie. I saw your early morning at work video.
There we go.
Uh,
Sorry
there you
about that.
Now you kicked him out of
It's
the house. Yeah.
it's firewood season, so we are, when we go through as much firewood as we do. It's kind of a little bit of planning, a little bit here, a little bit there. And so he's running down to the farm to get some stuff and get some wood ready. And we'll be getting out the splitter and doing all that good stuff. So he has the day off. So he's going to take care of that. So we just wanted to,
Yes, for sure.
he wanted to let me know what he was
And
up to and that kind of stuff. Hey, Rosie, good to see you in here, girly. Hey, Annie, Nova, everybody. But yeah, we're having a little conversation about how some people should not have animals. So that's the whole commentary on today is with some other random stupidity that they do thrown in. So
yep, yep, yep. And say hi to Snot Sucker who's screen sniping me right now.
oh
So
hey.
hey,
Oh hey.
dumbass.
And
And
speaking
no, I'm
of,
not. I'm not watching your video, so there's not going to be any back and forth. You do you,
no,
boo.
no, no. Yeah, because
Fire up
we
that
are one of the very
vibrator and
few.
go for it, honey.
Exactly, because there's no need. We like to go ahead and keep it up because there's no reason to take it down.
Yeah,
People can
I'm.
come back and watch these. And actually, if they want to go farther back and go back, they'll have a whole history of Dum Dum.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost chronological order. So, right from, the picture. And again, seriously, All of this is exploded because Dum Dum faked a surgery and used another woman's picture. This is where we're at because of it.
Uh-huh.
She only has herself to blame.
Yep, yep. And she's triggered and oh, hey, I'm waiting for the FBI to call. I'm waiting for the FBI.
And we do already have those. I mean, I tell you, you guys, you ain't never lived unless you've had a fresh ribeye. Kind of freaks me out a little bit because I was just loving on them. We go out to the farm every now and then, play with the barn cats, and it's so cute because my husband's one cousin, she's the one that feeds a lot of the cows and the animals. And if they see her, they all come walking near. They all come. I'm like, oh look, everybody's coming over to the barn, and it's because she's got the food, so everybody's on their way. They're like, she feeds us, we like her. So it's so cute to see them. But and I feel bad because I'm just like, just don't point out the one that was the ribeye I just had, okay? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
just
Oh,
just
but
knock the horns off, wipe the ass, and run it through the fire.
girl, amen. That's how I am
Mhm.
too. Just run that stuff through a warm room and I'm good. And I
Yeah.
prefer a nice strip steak.
Yes.
I prefer a
Yes.
nice strip. The other family members like the ribeyes real well, and then my husband is very, very fond of T-bones. So, it is what it is, but mostly we buy strips because I get good strip steaks at Costco or Sam's, so I'm happy. So that's
You're
all
happy.
good.
Plum,
I'm
I
happy.
just wanted to say I have seen one giant schnauzer in my time, and I
Oh,
was bowled over by it.
oh,
I
they are
was, oh my
beautiful.
god.
The standard schnauzers are gorgeous.
Yeah,
Plum, what was yours a traditional salt and pepper?
it was gorgeous.
I bet they do look. I bet they do look cute together. It's like, oh my goodness, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I could
Oh
get
yeah,
them and a nice pasture and they could moo and do whatever low cows do.
exactly. Oh no, and I've only milked a cow once, and trust me, you guys, it was an epic fail. So I was like, all right.
Yeah,
And my husband
exactly.
was making fun of me, and I said, I busted. I did this in front of his family. I felt bad. Um, he busted me out. He goes, "Come on, honey, you should be able to milk a cow." I said, "Well, honey, you'd be better at it because you're more familiar with teats than I am." So
Uh-huh.
it was, oh my goodness.
Pardon
Oh,
me.
oh, he's all black. Oh man, I love
Giant one.
it. Oh,
It's almost in my
they're such beautiful dogs.
yeah, they are huge. It's almost like you have to buy tack for them, you know,
Oh,
saddle,
they're gorgeous.
stirrup.
When it's like standard poodles. I had never been too familiar because you always see the toy poodles and the
Mhm.
littler poodles.
Yeah.
I had some standard poodles. They were black and white for clients, and oh wow, it was really cool. I had never had too much interactions with standard poodles, and boy, they're smart. They really are smart. Now, some of the breeds I think get a little bit crazier when they get smaller, like miniature pinchers.
Yeah,
Oh no,
yeah.
no,
Overbred.
no. They're
Yeah.
crazy little
I'm
dogs. I don't.
I'm yeah, that's why I'm not into the smaller dog breed only because I like a smart dog.
Oh, and you picked a good one, Kathy.
I did. I did. I
Yes, you
love my
did.
border collies.
Mm-hmm. They're
Doesn't
beautiful.
have to be full breed as long as the border collie part of them is dominant, except for the herding. I've had a border collie dog that herded me constantly. It was very annoying.
Yeah, they can be sometimes. Like, oh my goodness. But see, again, Kathy, that's just it. You can't stop a breed from doing what they do. You know,
Yes.
border collies were meant to herd. They were meant to do that stuff. So that's what they instinctively do. And one of my most favorite clients was Beagle. They had two Beagle dogs, and I never took those dogs outside to where their noses weren't glued to the ground.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's what Beagle dogs do.
Yeah, they're hound
And
dogs. They're part of the hound
exactly.
dog family. Yeah. So
And well, and a lot of people don't realize that dachshunds were bred to go into holes that animals burrow to get them out, to flush them out. That's
Like
what
Jack
they were
Russell.
bred
Yeah.
for.
And rat terriers are called rat terriers because they went after it. That was their job.
Well, and exactly, V, she brought up a good point. If you want to get some of these breeds, you can't be a lazy fuck. And those two are the laziest fucks on the planet because
Yes,
they don't
ma'am.
know. They don't know how to do it. They cannot do it. The other stupid can't even deal with a cat. So again, she thinks that she doesn't really want the cat, not really, but she wants to be able to put up videos of her schmoozing to her cat or doing whatever. But anytime that anything's going to come up, she ain't going to be taking care of that cat. What if that cat came up with a medical issue? What if one of those dummies, their dog, came up with a medical issue? Now, a lot of people know this behind the scenes, but my little man just got diagnosed with asthma. And that's going to be a lifelong thing that we're going to have to deal with and care for. And I just had a conversation with the vet on Tuesday. He goes, "Have you ever had an animal with asthma?" I said, "No, I've had to care for a few of them as clients, but I've never owned one that had asthma." And he says, "Well, you're in for a ride." And I said, "Well, I probably so, but it's one that we're willing to take. We love our little man. He's been a member of our family for over a year. So we are going to do everything humanly possible to make him comfortable. And so he lives a long, productive, happy life. And that's going to probably be spending, not cheap, to keep him how he needs to be. And we're willing to do that. So,
Yeah.
and we're lucky that we can do that because a lot of people sometimes can't. So impress me that way. Bitch, your dogs aren't fixed. That's why you're having another problem with fighting. You can lie all you want. They don't even go to the vet for shots. They don't go for wellness visits. They don't go for nothing. So don't
And
lie
I'm
to
and
me.
I'm sure her city has a dog run where you can
Of
take dogs.
course.
But of course, I wouldn't take untrained dogs
No.
to a dog run.
Well, and actually, Kath, I don't think you can take pit bulls. A lot of
Uh,
cities,
it just
because,
occurred to me as I was saying it. Yeah. Ugh.
yeah, a lot of cities, you can't even get homeowners insurance if you've got, some of what they consider the dangerous breeds, like the Rottweilers, the Dobermans, the Pit Bulls, the German Shepherds. I mean, it's very difficult sometimes to even get insurance. So, again, she's a liar. There's no way possible that those animals are vetted, cared for, routinely given vaccinations, wellness visits, nothing. I don't even think now that she feeds them properly.
I don't know. Rebecca, my city has a program where you can foster dogs. It's mostly set up for seniors. I don't know how old you are, but maybe there's variations of the program. And this Humane Society will provide the food and provide the vet care if you provide a warm, loving home. It just
Yep.
started up here, so I don't know. I think maybe it may be a new thing, and I think it's a wonderful. I've been considering it myself, but I'm not
Oh, good.
quite senior level yet. I got a few more years.
What, you're not on a walker in golden years, Kath?
No,
Oh my
no, my
God.
scooter. I don't have a scooter in the foreseeable future, but I know Snotty does. And
And
I
she's
know
only in her 20s, which I think
I
is comical.
know how disgusting is that?
Well,
You
and the other
can't
one's
take
only
you
40 something.
yeah. Both of them are so fat and so unhealthy that they need. Listen, I'm not no skinny legend, but I can get around on my own two legs. They may ache and they may creak, but I'm doing it on my own.
Well, exactly. Kathy, I've had 3 foot surgeries and I've got 2 bad knees.
Hmm.
And I don't use a scooter. I'd love to sometimes. I think I would like, oh, that would be so nice. But no, I need to keep moving around. My orthopedic surgeon says, the more movement you get, the better it's going to be. He goes, I know that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it's true. So I try to get out and I try to walk around and, do what I need to do. And no, I'm 60 and I sure don't need a scooter to go anywhere and do anything. And actually, they should be embarrassed because
Yeah,
what it is, as far as I'm concerned, fat don't qualify you for scooter, girls.
that's right. And then if
Those are
you're
for handicapped people that
disabled,
really need it.
yeah,
Just like the handicap parking. They probably try to get away with parking in the handicap parking where, here you get handicapped here, it's like a $300 ticket. And I just applaud it every time I see it. I'm like, good, you
good.
get them.
Good. And the doctors here charge you $100 for the application, and that's done on purpose to vet the people that just want it just because
Well, exactly.
the doctor has to send in a letter, and that's the only way you can get your handicap placard. So
Right,
it's
right.
difficult here. It is difficult here.
And,
So
you know,
yeah.
I had one for when, because I was the one that took my mom to all her doctor appointments and anything she needed. And so, yes, she did have a handicap placard and I kept it in my car.
Hmm.
And when I took her somewhere, the handicap placard came out. When I didn't have my mom with me, it went into the glove box. I didn't use it. And I admit, sometimes after a long day and working with tons of animals and having injections in your spine and everything else, you're tempted. But I'm like, you know what? I always worry about the older people that I've seen and they need it more than me. And so and I am one of those bitches, I don't give a shit. Y'all think I'm nasty on YouTube. Damn, girl, huh? I have seen people park in a handicap spot and I just look at them. And first of all, I do look, do they have a placard? Do they have a plate? And then I'm like, really? You're going to park in a handicap spot? Well, nobody's around. There's plenty of parking spots. I said, what if that was your mom or grandma or your father or
Yeah.
your grandpa that needed that spot? Then how are you going to think? And they're like, oh, well, that's okay. And I just tap on my phone and go, hey, we need somebody out here to do some plates. And they'll come right
Yeah.
out. And they go, and again, girlfriend, please. If you
Okay.
tag the FBI, it'd be hilarious.
Okay. Let me address what I put up here with Plum. I have arthritis in my spine, my hips, and it's starting in my right knee.
Oh, yay.
I have back spasms daily, but I get off my ass and I do. It's not a long walk because I'm rehabbing it, but I walk around the block.
Yep,
Get
there
up,
you go.
run, and sometimes I am in tears with the pain, but I do it. When I go shopping, I don't use a scooter because I'm supposed to walk.
Right,
Keeps
exactly.
the joints lubricated. The doctor is
Yep.
pleased with my progress. So, miss me with the bad back, bitch. You're
Oh,
fat,
exactly.
you're
Thank
lazy,
you.
and you need to blow your nose.
Exactly. And because I've had the same thing. I had a back injury years and years ago,
Mhm.
and it has plagued me for most of my adult life. But and again, I've had injections in my spine to
Mhm.
where it's different than a cortisone shot. A cortisone shot can be given in the doctor's office. When you're talking injections in the spine, you got to go to a surgical center because they're guided with an x-ray. And I'm like, and I made the mistake of asking, I'm like, this is kind of wild. And he goes, well, we are working next to your spine. I'm like, okay, I get it, do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be paralyzed, thanks. So those are some serious injections. My boss called me one morning. I was due. I was getting ready to head to the surgery center. My husband had to take the morning off, everything, because you can't drive after that shit. And she called me. She goes, I hate to do this. She goes, but I need you to do a morning visit for me. And I said, girl, I'm on my way to the surgery center. She goes, I know it's on your way. I'm like, oh my God. She goes, it's one of your clients. I'm like, okay, fine. So, and my husband was very upset. He was not happy. He goes, Kate, I said, I have to do it. I have to
Hmm.
do it.
Yeah.
It's, it's called teamwork. This is what you do. And so I ran in. It wasn't complicated. I got what I needed to do, and I made it to the surgery center on time and got what I needed to do. But, you know, it is what it is. And, I go to the gym. If I go to the gym and
Yep.
I don't feel like doing like the Zumba class or one, because there's so many cool classes at the gym, it's great. But if I don't feel like doing that kind of stuff, I'll hop in the pool and swim. I'll do that
Move
because at
around.
least
Yep.
you're moving around. Yes. So
Well,
they
we
would
know
know.
Crazy's got a bathing suit because she posed in it like a day after surgery. She pulled on a lycra bathing suit over her
Oh,
incisions
I
to
remember that.
prove. Yeah, I don't even remember what she was trying to prove, but okay.
How stupid she was.
Like what?
Exactly. I mean, come on, you're not going to have anything around your stomach, a day or two. And again, I still have fun. I go back and listen to the panel that somebody else had that was on the 24th of June, where she's getting called out for using her fake ass picture. And because it wasn't a fake picture, it just belonged to somebody else. And it
Yeah.
was funny too, because when I re listened to that, she tried to backpedal later, saying, well, that's not the picture I posted. It was gone in 2 minutes. Funny, that didn't come up in that live. She didn't try to spin that narrative. She was too busy focusing on, did you zoom it in? Did you zoom it in? And about the hand, which cracked me up because
Oh.
the hand, who gives a shit about the hand? It wasn't even in your original post, but it was in the original owner's photograph, the one that actually
Mhm.
owned the picture. So yeah, but because you had to crop around all that to get it to match up and stuff. So girl, stop. But that was interesting. That never did come out. That she only tried to spin that narrative later when she was
Yeah.
getting caught. And again, yes, bitch, I'm the one that caught you. Continue to be salty like the ocean. I relish in it.
Yeah. Speaking of the ocean, I wonder how that cruise planning is going.
Well, no, 'cause it's coming up because it's supposed to be November.
I
Because
know.
remember, yes, they allowed her to change the date.
Oh, that was very
Yes,
kind of
they
them.
were so kind. That was really nice of them because, damn, they've never let me do that. But again, and it is funny too because I've never made a phone call to check on something from something out of YouTube. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about that much. But you know what? I did make one phone call with her cruise, and that was to the Port Authority because that's what I love. Again, she's so stupid that she didn't do her homework, and the port schedules are public information. They're right there. But I did call the Port Authority because I wanted to see, did that ship leave on time? And the guy kind of probably thought I was nuts at first, but I was like, hey, did the Lure of the Seas leave on time? And he goes, yeah, it left on time. I said, so it left the 25th. He goes, let me double check. And he's filing through his papers. And he goes, yeah, it left on the 25th. I said, okay, thanks, honey. I thought so. And he goes, did you miss that boat? And I said, nah, but a friend of mine did. So that was so
Oh,
comical. I will never forget that. She's such a dumb bitch. So, girl, please, you ain't no nurse. You never had a fire. You've posted fake GoFundMe's, and it was a classic move though. She actually tried to be a man in one of those pictures, and then I was like,
yeah.
you got to be kidding me. So try harder because you really suck at stuff. You suck at Sims. You suck at lying because it's quite apparent that
And
you
she
don't know
sucks
what
at
the fuck you're
living.
talking about. Well,
That's right.
exactly. Get a sinus pill. Oh my God. You can get them at And see, the cool things is Sam's Club. If you have a Sam's Club, you don't even have to be on Costco either. I don't think you don't have to be a member to fill a prescription. So you can go get your meds real cheap, honey. So I bet you can even afford them. So go with that.
Yeah, and Snotty can take a scooter at her local pharmacy and get a neti pot or something so to clear out her sinuses so she isn't sucking the snot back up. I mean, maybe it's the only protein she's getting.
Something. Because yeah,
Mm.
I do. I remember that, for that I'm claiming it as being a nurse because she did just say this not too long ago. Um, that if they knew my maiden name, they could find my nursing information, they could find my nursing license. I'm like, bitch, stop. You
We
are
know
not
your
a nurse.
name.
Thank
God.
you. And well, and I have a list. I could go off some of the aliases, but I'm not going to give anybody a heads up. But so the thing was that was so funny. Here she's got a live stream going with a whole, it's the most people I've ever seen in her chat all at once, believe me. But she's in there, oh my God, my blood sugar's 70. It's falling below 70. What do I do? And everybody's in there trying to help her, and they're all being helpful. And Krista's in there, and V, I think I even saw you in there that morning. They're all trying to help her. And, well, they get some protein things, and no, I can't do that. I'm supposed to be on these, and I can't afford them, but yet she gets $2,300 a month. Yeah, huh, right.
Hmm.
She's a nurse and doesn't know how to control her own blood sugar. Huh. Make
Calories
that
in,
make sense.
calories out, Plum.
Exactly. It's not fattening. Oh my God.
Hey, my work here is done. I grossed out my chat.
That was hilarious. Oh no. But well, yeah, they do, V. That's what it is. They are so upset that they've been ostracized from every community possible. They're so salty that they got picked last to play the game.
Yep.
And they're not picked last. They're not even in the ballpark. Nobody wants you. Read my lips. Go the fuck away. As soon as you stop lying about shit. And what's this I heard about a pedo ring? What the actual hell is that?
A
Have
what?
you ever oh yeah, we're supposedly involved in a pedo ring
Oh
with
my,
Annie,
yeah.
MT, Unspoken, all kinds of people in this pedo ring. And it's just like, you've got to be kidding me. What, is this the best you could come up with? You're so
That was the
desperate
best you
now.
could come up with. Yep.
I
Yep.
I guess that's the best she can come up with, because excuse me, I am not a Mark, and let's pronounce it properly, Rydell. I am not a fan of his, never have. I never even really knew the guy because that was just slightly before my time. So I have no idea about the relationship with Mark and Law and all those other people. I
But
came in
apparently
after
he's
that.
paying us big bucks.
Well, damn, I sure didn't see none of that money.
Still
That,
waiting
that
for
must
my
be
fee.
like that Forrest Gump $5 million wound. He ain't seen a penny of that money.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
again, I'm one of the ones we actually posted when she was trying to white knight for him. Oh, you guys are just lying. You're this, you're that. Bitch, no, we tried to tell you who he was. It was proven ages ago who he was. We put a tag to the video that let people watch the video of who he was. So he's not allowed in anybody's chat that I know of.
No.
So clearly nobody is working with him. And if
And
anything, the FBI would be watching.
uh-huh.
So because he's not supposed to be on the internet, all it takes is a phone call. And again, don't stop yapping about the FBI. If you
Stop
really,
hashing and stop tagging them. Oh my God.
what,
How cringy and
exactly.
embarrassing.
Well, because if she keeps doing that, I don't know how the tags work, but if somebody were to get a hold of that and pass it on to them, guess who's going to be the one getting in trouble?
Hmm. Yeah, because let's face it, both Snotty and Wheezy are on the naughty list with their local law enforcement. Let's face it, they're nobody's going to take anything you do or say that serious. When
Right,
Snotty
right.
phones the police live, you know they're rolling their eyes, and twiddling their pens through their fingers, going, "Oh yeah, oh, we'll send
Well, and
somebody around to check." Yeah.
and it's what's interesting too because they have all that. The other creators have that. And the thing that's going to get her in trouble with that is she is calling the police on a live stream. She's
Hmm.
not letting them know that she's currently live streaming because they would tell her to shut it down. So she's not telling them that she's on a live stream with the police. She's giving snippets of a story, and she's like, I don't know how they got my information. I do. You gave it out yourself several times. You gave out your phone number, dummy. Dummy number two. So it's like, hello. And so they have all that. They have all that.
Why so
So,
triggered, Snotty? You know, wipe your tears.
hey, Pass for Pets. Exactly. So again, it's just comical at this point, you know, and they're probably, and you could kind of hear it in some of the cops that have talked to her. And plus she's using foul language to the cops too, which I thought was, oh, okay.
Oh,
The right away. They're like, okay, this is going in the circular file, not before it's flagged as nutty, nutty, nutty.
yeah.
And but again, that's false reporting. You know,
And
you
she
don't
threatened a
call the
judge on a live.
police. Oh
When
yeah,
when she sued, and I'm using quote fingers here, UP and Wheezy, before they became friends, and it was a hearing.
right.
So the judge didn't want to hear any evidence. He was getting the basic information to
To see
see
if it
if
warranted.
it was worthy to go
Yep,
to a court. And
exactly.
she got off, and I'm going to go down there and I'm going to beat him, or whatever she said. And I'm going, sis, for
Wow.
somebody that claims to be an expert in court cases, you don't know much.
No, she
And
does.
that judge was very, surprisingly, very respectful
He
to
was
what
very
the
tolerant.
YouTube tomfoolery that was going on. So,
Yeah, he
you know,
was.
she,
Most of them aren't going to even bother. They're going to see, the initial thing with YouTube. As soon as she said YouTube, it was just like with our dummy. When she like stops in the parking lot at the convenience store and flags some cop down and he writes some little card out for terroristical threatening. I was just laughing. And one of the first things he said to her was, well, did you block everybody? Did you block
yeah,
them?
I know.
It was absolutely nobody, because you know me, I've got the screenshots. There was absolutely none of us to where it was a recognizable. They were all troll accounts, all clone accounts, whatever. And they
Hmm.
were the ones saying stuff. Nobody that we know of said anything about her. And so, again, when they make out these reports, half the time when the guy got back, he's like, come here, you guys, you're never going to believe this. Because, I mean, they're human beings for one, but they're also busy and they don't have time for this kind of nonsense. They really don't. There's more important things to be prosecuted for. So when Dum Dum calls the cops on a live, she's neglecting to tell them she's live. She's neglecting to tell them she's placing blame on someone with having zero proof. It's a troll saying this stuff to her. It could be
Yep.
anybody. It could be, you don't know who the trolls are, and they're very quick to blame. Well, I know it's this person. I know it's this person. And that's what she was telling that cop. Well, it's so and so and so and so. She didn't have proof of that. There was no proof of it. So she has no proof.
Yep.
So that's what comes and bites you in the ass is slander is only slander if it's a lie. Guess what, girls? I haven't seen you guys tell the truth about anything. And again, I'm still haven't seen her post proof of anything. Again, I want to see you go behind the counter of some restaurant, dum dum, without
Also,
being invited.
they still don't get impeachment.
I, I saw that too. It's like, oh
Oh,
my God. Oh no.
I even read the definition, how it relates in a court case. Still, they're going on about being a president or being in politics. I
I
despair.
know. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. Absolutely nothing to do with that. Again, that's the real
Okay.
brains there. That's the real brains that we're dealing with.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Education of those two is rather pathetic.
Well, yes, it really is. So, oh, Candy. Candy's going to do a live here in a little bit too. And I don't like
Well,
her
good,
saying
good, because I think
me.
she should be like,
Yeah, because Candy's the one that exposed that. She got it. Because again, do these dumbasses not know that now everybody's wise to them and they're going to screen record everything they do?
hmm.
So Dum Dum thought she could do all that crap with her dog and then just delete the stream. No, no, no. It was way too late. People were onto it. People saw it. So it's too late. You can't just delete your stream and retry it again. Which, if she's on panel over there, I think it's hilarious that they are over there yapping while Dum Dum just leaves her stream going with her stupid ass Sims. You know, because again, she sucks at the game. Girl, give it up. You suck. You don't know how to play that game. Give me a break. Go learn and watch from other people. You wasted your money.
For
God.
sure. Annie J, yes, I didn't catch it. Kate did, and a few others. Candy's got a portion of it recorded. I'm sure she'll play it
Yes,
on her live.
she
But if
does.
you go scroll, start my video from the beginning, you can hear Kate's description of what was going on.
Right. And from what we understand, somebody actually was able to scroll back and listen to it very carefully. And it sounded like I did get the gist that the dog was up on the bed with her, I think, and the dog yawned. And that's what got the dog yelled at and bitched at and hit and everything else. So again, they don't even deserve a cockroach as a pet. I'm sure they got plenty of those.
I'm sure they do. It's disgusting, and thanks for showing everybody what a disgusting person you are, Wheezy. Because wow, wow,
We
wow,
already
wow.
knew. Yeah, we already
Uh-huh.
knew, but and one, this isn't the first time that she's hit her dog like that.
No.
I mean, it is clearly not the first time. And there's a video up. Oh God. Annie used to have it up on her other channel, and it's been since privated or whatever. But a troll has one up of it, and I'm for my life can't remember the name, but it's up on that channel as well. If they want to go hear that, and I'll figure it out and I'll put it out there when I find it. But yeah, this is not a first for her, and she thinks that showing dominance is important. Dominance is important, but not cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
That's not dominance, that's cruelty. So go and figure the shit out, dummy, because you don't get it. You do not get it. So, I mean, the best thing that could happen would be those poor animals get rehomed before something bad happens and it does cost them their lives. So that's my
Exactly.
hope for them
Because
because
it's
they
gonna
seem like
happen.
lovely animals.
Yeah. because it will happen. You can't abuse
Yeah.
a dog indefinitely.
No, Kathy, you can't. No, you can't. And, they allow them to beg for the food. They probably feed them from the bed like that. And that's not what you do. That's not how you train an animal. It's just not. For one, table scraps are bad. And again, I've never, in all the times that she's had these slips or whatever in her little shack, I've never seen a stove. I've never seen a refrigerator. Nothing.
Because they're not living
Nothing.
in a proper home. They're living in a
Exactly.
shack of some sort that she has to share the bathroom with the lot employees.
Exactly. Yeah. That's probably why they do go to hotels all the time so they can shower.
Probably. Or
Wouldn't
when
surprise
somebody
me.
phones animal control and they run.
That's true
Or
too.
maybe fumigation.
Yeah,
There's,
it probably is
yeah.
fumigation. They're like, God, get out of here and let us clean this
She's
place.
letting those
But
dogs crap and piss because she can't be bothered to haul her fat ass out of bed to let her dogs out to pee.
exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
she calls Carlos from home from work
Oh, that
to
was
do that.
heartbreaking. I think I heard that to
Yep.
where he said he was like 25 minutes away before he could get there. God. I mean, I've heard of lazy and I know about, that she's fat and disgusting and whatever, but bitch, get up off your ass. Take your poor animal outside to relieve itself. How would you like it if somebody said they'll be there to help you in a half hour to go to the toilet?
She's got her depends beside her bed because whether she likes to admit it or not, when she was doing one of the first hotel shows that she did last year, a year and a half ago, she got in her shot a box of disposable underwear, the stuff you know use for incontinence.
Right,
I saw
right.
it, and she can deny it all she wants. I saw it. I'm not a liar. I don't have a reputation for a liar, so people are going to tend to believe me over her. I would
Well,
hope.
yeah. Well,
So
yeah. She has no the only reputation she has is of being a liar. That's your
that
reputation. That's
is
your claim of fame. You're a liar. You've never told the truth about anything.
anything.
Yeah, I got the proof. I got the proof. Bitch, you ain't never seen you prove nothing.
Even on her
Nothing.
community tab. What was the point? What was she proving with my video shot? I still don't get it. I looked at it a couple of times and I'm going, and what? What is the FBI going to look at? I'm,
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I don't get your mindset here. Other than you
Oh,
prove that you and your alt accounts are sub to my channel. Now, why is that?
well,
Hmm.
exactly.
She's playing
Exactly.
with my numbers, my sub numbers. So
Oh,
that's
you know
okay.
what? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I'm in no hurry. It'll come
No.
despite
Yep.
your bullshit. So
Exactly.
carry on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because again, I do find it comical that she's tagging people that have no clue who she is.
Hmm.
And then if they even come over and look, they're going to be horrified. Why is this bitch that plays Sims that's got two people watching? And oh honey, it's not us watching. It's you on your multiple devices that are watching.
Yeah.
It's not us. Sorry, I don't give a shit because, like I said, I don't, and that's just me. I don't really like to watch people play games. I'd rather
No.
play the game. I'm going to play the game. I don't want to sit and
Right.
watch you play the game.
Right.
I mean, that's weird to me. So, and again, that's just me. That's my preference. I'm not going to sit and watch you play a game, especially when you suck at it. I'm sorry. God. How does your Sims go broke? That was somebody had to explain that to me because I'm sorry, I'm not a Sims player. I get it. But so somebody behind the scenes finally explained that to me and she goes, I don't know why, because all you got to do, there's an artistry thing that if you paint pictures and stuff, you could sell your stuff for like $2,000. And so again, there's no excuse for your Sims to be broke. Everybody laughed. Again, she tries to pretend to the other one these lies. Well, I don't know what they're talking about. When she was trying, they're talking about you killed the baby mama. And she's, well, I would be the baby mama. I don't understand what they're talking about. Your Sims, dum dum. You killed your baby mama Sims. We don't care about anything else. And it was supposedly this gremlin thing that she created or whatever. Well, it really works, everybody. It killed her. It dropped out of a tree. I'm like, God, you can't even tell the truth about this shit. So and I love it. Whenever she talks, I put lightning bolts in Discord because I duck expecting to be hit by lightning anytime.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, whoa, I smell the ozone. I smell the ozone.
This is what confused me about her gameplay, because I thought it was world building and sort of writing stories for your characters to go through,
Well, this
and
is
all
the
she
high
does
school.
is change clothes and hair, and maybe she'll
Go
decorate a house, and
yeah.
is there
And there's kids, and one of them's a cheerleader. This is like the high school game and stuff. And for one, girlfriend, honey, you're 40 some years old. High school's over for you.
Mhm.
There's no going back to that. High school's over. So why she would want to play a game about high school is beyond me. Again, it's stupid. But again, I'm not a Sims player. There's people, tons of people that are good at it. They know what they're doing. She ain't one of them.
Yeah. And I've seen
So
some goofy videos involving The Sims, which are hilarious. But like I said, I'm not a Sims follower. I barely know what it's about, but I've been learning, that
right,
it's a world
right.
building game, and you can interact with other players. It's, or is that Second Life? I get confused. I'm old.
I yeah, I don't know either. And I mean, I don't get any of it, but I don't get the appeal. I just don't get any of it. So,
Yeah, I
it
play
is
Bubble
what it
Witch.
is.
That's the extent of my gaming history. I play Bubble Witch.
Yes, I don't get it either because she really does not have the brains to really do anything.
Yeah,
Uh,
static. It's
right,
stilted. She stopped maturing at some point. And look, we've all. I Other than me, I had a pretty normal childhood, and I know people that have had horrible childhoods, but have risen above. And said that's not going to be me. And there are some people that can do it, and some people unfortunately can't get past it or
right.
pass along the abuse. And so I'm saying there was nothing stopping you from getting your
Wait,
education and being a nurse if you wanted to be.
exactly. Exactly. Because as far as I know, we're, teaching our kids to know that they can be anything they want if they put their minds to it.
Annie Janney has told us that she grew up in foster care
Yep.
and was homeless at 18. And look what she did with
Exactly.
her life, you know?
Exactly. And the thing that I find funny, and I'm not white knighting for Candy because doesn't anybody have to white knight for Candy? In her video right now, she said MT and it's like the title of her video. MT and Annie are using Candy Morgan. Let me just give you a little FYI tidbit about Candy Morgan, honey. Nobody uses Candy. Candy, they haven't, they think that they've seen the force of Candy. No, they have not. Candy is a recognizable force, and doesn't anybody use Candy? So you can sit down on that stuff and spin because no, Candy is her of her own mind, and Candy handles herself quite nicely. So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
So stop. Again, yeah, I think it's comical. Again, they're so upset that nobody wants them around that just we're just going to sit in our corner and pout. We don't want you guys to have friends either. Well, you know what? Guess what, dummies? It ain't working. It's not going to work. So why don't y'all slither to a whole nother corner of YouTube and leave? Because she's like, well, you're not going to stop me from leaving YouTube. Didn't anybody say you needed to leave
Yeah,
YouTube?
I never
But
said
we
it.
just, no, we didn't. I've never said it either, but I know I don't want you on my corner of it. So go
Yeah,
to another
exactly.
corner. We like our corner. We were here first, so get the fuck out.
Exactly. Exactly. And my channel is built around you're my cow, and I'm going to report on your cowness. I'm not going anywhere
Exactly.
either.
Nope.
Hi.
Nope. Yes, because again, you know, this is our job. If she's going to continue to lie about everything, and I love, she says, well, I've not said anything about them ever. Girl, please. You got everybody's name tagged relentlessly in your community posts. But you don't want to say, I love how she worded that. I don't say shit to them about them on my channel. No, honey, you don't. You run over to little other channel and do it with her, thinking
Yeah.
that, again, I love how they think that they're friends.
No, no. And it's just a bonus for me that you teamed up with your mirror
Yeah,
image.
it's like a two for one.
Oh my God. I just like, okay, I'm just gonna wait a few days and then we're just gonna have a nice little discussion about them.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
live for unspoken purposes videos on you. I just she's got one this afternoon, I think about 4 p.m. my time.
Oh, cool.
And
Yeah.
I've linked it in my brand new shiny community tab. So, if you guys want to go check it out, leave a thumbs up and go sub. Not to that one,
Awesome.
but to unspoken.
Because yeah, I'll do that while I'm cooking. Yesterday I got off the hook because I really didn't cook much yesterday. I just didn't feel good. And oh my
No,
goodness,
no.
Lord, no. Oh my gosh. Oh, I made the biggest mistake of my life. My husband, he came home and I'm like, honey, I had a rough time at the dentist. And he's like, oh, honey, I know it's rough. And he goes, do you want me to just go grab something? And I really didn't want anything to eat. I'm like, I'm not really hungry. I said, sort of chew. And so he goes, I'll bring you back a milkshake. And I said, well, that would be good. Thank you. Holy God. The man brought me back the biggest milkshake I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm like, oh my God.
I didn't
And
want you to waste away.
that's something. And oh, trust me, girl, I ain't gonna lie, and no wind's gonna blow my ass away. And so, it's so cute though. He brought me back this huge milkshake, like whipped cream and chocolate sauce on top. I'm like, ooh, damn. And they only so he brought me a spoon, and I just kind of hung out on the couch. And he went out to do something, came back, and he goes, well, I'll share that with you. And I'm like, too late. Too late. But I paid the price because I actually forgot about what full fat dairy does to your gallbladder. So, oh goodness.
Oh, yikes! You
Yeah.
didn't. Oh
Yeah.
dear.
I
My
was like,
sister has
oh,
problems with her gallbladder too. So, oh, I'm sorry.
oh, it's okay. But like I said today, he got up and, I had some scrambled eggs this morning for breakfast and scrambled eggs and toast and had my coffee. And when I came downstairs, because he's a morning person, I'm only a morning person if I have to be. I
Yeah.
mean, he's all, hi, honey, how are you? And I'm like, shut up.
Thanks.
It's like, shut
See, I'm a
up.
morning
Don't look at
person
me.
too. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm not. Now, if I have to be, sure, I will be. If I have to be, because trust me, animals, when you do critter sits, which I think is hilarious, because neither one of these bitches could be a pet sitter. because
Oh
you
no.
have to be dependable. You have to be dependable. I have gone in when I was sick. I have gone in with my back being out. I've been gone in with my knees being screwed. You have to show up because 90% of your clients are on vacation. That's what they
Mhm.
hire you for. You
For.
go in, you take care of their pets, they're gone on vacation. Week, two, whatever, you know. So you have to show up. I mean, cats are a little bit more flexible. You don't have, because they're not crossing their little paws to go potty. But a dog, if you're doing dogs, we do dogs the minimum of 3 times a day. 3 times a day is the minimum. So, I've had to be there at 5 o'clock in the morning to let a dog out to go potty.
Yeah.
And, that can be interesting when it snowed the night before and you're like, oh shit, I got to leave early. So you're getting
Yeah.
up at the crack of dawn, but you have the animal's well being in mind. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a house to have to go potty. So you're
Exactly.
thinking about the animal. That's your main priority, is the animal.
Yeah.
So
Now,
these bitches
Rebecca,
have nothing.
I believe Candy screen grabbed some of it,
She
and
got she
I
got
think she's
part of
going
it.
live later, so you can tune into
Yeah.
hers and
Yeah,
find out.
yeah, yeah, because you know me, I'll be going over to that one too. I mean, I got enough to
Mhm.
say about this shit. Because again, they can pull all the comedic bullshit about the FBI and pedo rings and lying about surgeries and all this other crap. But when you're starting to abuse your animal and smack it for no reason when it doesn't even understand what happened, then yeah, I'm gonna have some shit to say about it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Because it means it's very close to my heart that, again, because I mean, in the 10 years that I've been a pet sitter, I only missed one visit that I was supposed to go on. And again, you don't and being a pet sitter, oh, how easy is that? I had one of my relatives tell me it was a glamorous job. I'm saying, yeah, picking up dog shit's real
No,
glamorous, all right. It's glamorous, yes.
dog
And I've
shit
been very
picking up.
lucky.
Yep.
I've only ever had to take an animal to the emergency vet once. Thank you, Lord. And
Please.
everything ended well, thank goodness. And I've had to call owners a couple times, but we do everything. When you're a pet sitter, you're taking care of someone's home too.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have our clients what we call dailies, because we have a lot of clients that, our doctors are real doctors and real nurses, and they're gone for 12 hours a day. So, we go to their home and let their little critters out so they can go potty and play and do whatever. Feed them if need be. But we also bring in the mail, water the plants, take out the trash. Because when someone is on vacation, they're vulnerable. So
Yep.
we try to make it look just like that they are home. So, if all of a sudden your trash cans don't go out for a week or so, that's suspicious. That could draw someone to burglarize your home. So we do it all. We get your mail, we take out your trash. I've even watered people's flowers. I mean, outside, it's just, and my boss just looked at me and I'm like, really? And she goes, hey, we're an all purpose service. I'm like, I got it. No problem. So that's what we do. That's part of taking care of the animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
these uh I can't. So they want to keep on with their bullshit. They can keep on, but the animal stuff, no. Oh, Rebecca, that's terrible that somebody did
Yeah.
they get lost? Do they get away from her? Because that's, you know, I don't know about, my boss was very strict, because if I'm walking somebody else's dog, I only know that dog. I know how that dog is going to react. And she has a policy that if we're out walking and other animals are approaching, we are to turn around and go the other way.
Hmm.
A lot of people think, oh, well, my dog's not going to do anything, or my dog's not dangerous, it's friendly. I don't know that. I don't know that. So I am not going to put the animal that I'm in charge of at risk. So if I see other animals coming or something, I'm going to cross the street. I'm going to turn around and go the opposite direction.
Right.
I'm not
Right.
going to even chance it. So, we don't go to dog parks here. I don't take animals to dog parks that I'm, sitting with. I just don't.
Yeah, because the dog is not altogether comfortable with you, so it could turn on you too if it's threatened. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
So it's best just to, caution. I'll just cross the street, and because I personally, when my dog was still with me, um, took her to dog runs all the time, and she rarely had a problem. Even though she was a dominant, she was she's there for fun.
Right,
It was
exactly.
because she would initiate games. She would grab a stick, and all the dogs, all of a sudden, I don't know what dog signal she gave out, but all the dogs in the vicinity would chase after her. She ran like grease lightning. She what those dogs would go. She had her stick. It was all fun
Right.
for everyone, and she
Or
never. I mean, there was some. I'm more dominant than you, but it wasn't like real fighting. It was more like showing teeth and posturing. So
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but she had, I love taking her too because she's always the popular kid at the run because she knew how to play games and stuff like that.
Right. If a
Yeah.
frisbee went flying by, it was like,
Oh,
woohoo! Yes.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You should have seen her. I still need to post that video of hers in
Oh,
Discord.
do. Oh, I'd love that. I would love that.
Oh
But
my.
so I mean, it is, and that's a soft spot in my heart are the animals, and like I said, I will point out every lie that she's ever said because that
Yeah.
is my job. That's my job on YouTube, and but when she starts to do the animal crap again, because again, three pit bulls in a small, tiny space, cooped up with no activity, very little play, very little interaction from her
Right.
because they don't listen to her. It's him they listen to.
Exactly.
And he took the one dog out to kind of get her away from her yelling. And don't you baby her, don't you baby her. It's like, you dumbass. You have no clue on what control is and how to achieve it.
And it's not
So
from a fat bed bound bitch.
exactly. Exactly. So yeah, that's a big soft spot for me, and it's a sore spot. And then people could tell I was in Discord just going off. I'm like, are you people even listening to this? Because I
Mm.
just, because I admit I watch. I'm gonna click over the other one, not so much because she's just on repeat. And plus, I love it because if I miss it, the Supreme Queen does everything later, and I'm like, oh, cool, I could go watch Supreme Queen, and I
Yeah,
cannot miss anything. It's great. I'm
exactly.
like, woo,
That's
yes.
exactly what I do too. Because she's got no shame in her game either.
Right, exactly, exactly. And so I love that I don't have to miss anything. So that's perfect as far as I'm concerned. But
Mhm.
again, it's just whatever. And I don't know. I don't know if Candy's watching or not. She needs to send me a message to let me know
Well,
what time
Nova
she's on.
Nova just said she went live. So
Oh, did she? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay. Because this is all her. She was able to grab some of the screen stuff, and she was already on it. I went over and asked her if she was watching, and she had already posted the first part of her video. So I was like, oh, good, she's got it. Because
yeah.
again, are they stupid? Do they not think that there's not people watching? because when they want to attack everybody right and left and then just delete it, no, 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 no. There needs to be a record of it.
There has to be. Yeah. As Nickname just said, we have to be their voice.
Exactly, Nickers. Exactly.
So I don't know. So maybe we should tie this up and go over to Candy's and see what's going
Perfect.
on over there.
Perfect.
Unless you have anything else to say?
No, not for now. Thank
No.
you.
Oh,
I got to vent. I got to
yeah. I
vent,
just
so
have
I feel better.
yeah. I just have one more thing for Wheezy. James barely remembers who you are. Really, he doesn't. He was a little confused by why you were talking about him. So stop stalking my shiny new community page or tab. Just
Yep,
stop, you weirdo.
exactly.
Who's stalking who?
Well, exactly,
Ha!
Kathy. Oh my
I'm
God,
not
she's
subscribed
a
to your
pro.
channel. Yeah. I mean, I'm not subscribed to your channel. If I have to check you out, it's because somebody posted your video. I don't seek you out. You bore the shit out of me. Your videos. Well, okay. Once in a while, I'll go in and look, but that's when I'm bored.
Exactly, exactly,
Not because
Kathy.
I'm paranoid.
And again, this is a part too where she doesn't want anybody to have any friends. They don't have any, so she doesn't want anybody else to have any either.
Sorry.
And
I know how
he's
to
a
make
nice
friends and
guy.
keep them.
Exactly. And I've stopped by James before, and he was
Yeah,
very nice. He was very polite. I know people over there, so
me
I'm not
too.
a stranger, and I was welcomed very, politely in. So yes, I will go back. He's a nice guy.
And got a
So
great taste in music, and he
yeah, he
likes to
does.
to to experience new sounds.
He
So
does. He
yeah,
really does. So yeah. So again, so butt out, bitches. Just because you don't got any friends, fuck right off.
yeah, exactly. Piss off.
So
All
on
right,
that.
let's shut this down, and we'll all meet over at Candy's.
Yep. We're
And
headed that way, Candy.
yeah, so thanks everybody for jumping in on this impromptu live, and we will see you later.
Yes. Thank you,
Thanks,
Kathy.
you betcha, Kate. Thanks. Bye.
Yep. Bye. Bye, everybody. I'll be at Candy's.